So I purchased the world's quietest toothbrush because I was completely fed up with my newly purchased very expensive Oral-B toothbrush, which sounds like a damn tractor basically, or a chainsaw. Basically it's so terrible, and they don't really tell you these expensive toothbrushes that they'll be so incredibly loud and the vibration will be crazy. So if you want to know the numbers, this one on the low mode is 37 decibels, on the high mode it's at 45, I think, or like that. When you compare to the Philips Oral-B ones, they are around 65 to 70 decibel, or even louder if you are purchasing the cheap ones. Anyway, this is what you get in the packaging. You get the toothbrush itself, one head, and magnetic wireless charger. The runtime on this toothbrush is 40 days, and again, compared to $300 Oral-B ones, they have only 10 or 10-day runtime. And yeah, on this cheap one you get 40 days, around that. So how cheap is it? I paid 18 euros for this thing, so that's a bit less than $20. And this Oclean brand is basically it's under the Xiaomi, so the Xiaomi or whatever you call it basically. So you actually get a fairly good quality standard on this toothbrush. So when you look at the design of it, mine is in purple really, as it's that color was the cheapest one, so I got that. Anyway, the build quality is actually very impressive. You got magnetic charger here, again as I told, very good battery, and probably other colors will look a bit better. The overall fit and finish of this toothbrush is extremely well. Also, it's fully waterproof, and this head basically feels extremely well built as well. So I don't really see any quality problems whatsoever, as actually I don't think you get a better quality product at this price. This, if you're looking at some Oral-B or Philips ones, you will need to basically spend at least $80 to get the same build quality as these ones. If you purchase cheap ones from the Oral-B and Philips, they won't be this well built. I have seen a few of them. So you get one head, comes this is protector, and looks like a fairly decent normal head. Also the head quality also feels very nice as well. And then also that magnetic USB charger, so you can see it on and it's charging. It does have only 2 modes, however that's not a negative thing, since on those other toothbrushes there are so many modes, you need to cycle them, and it's just nightmare basically, and you are going to be using one mode only anyway, so what's the point of overpay? Anyway, you got 2 modes, so you got the light here as well. If you hold for 2 seconds, it changes basically the how hard it's working, and you can switch it off. Also it remembers your previous mode as well. And from my previous experience with Oral-B one, the cleaning quality, I can't really tell a difference. Obviously my Oral-B one was a rotating one, however this is sonic one, so you get quite a buzz here, but a bit different movement, a bit different head. However, if you compare to the regular ones, not rotating ones, I think the Philips had the sonic ones like this. So yeah, you pretty much get the same cleaning quality, and there's really no difference from what I could see. So let's test the low mode. And the low mode actually is fairly good. That's what I have been using for these days. Okay, let's switch to the high mode by holding the button. Okay, didn't. So the action is obviously a better one, but yeah, I don't really find the need for the high mode, and as it still vibrates quite more than this one, and this one is very plentiful probably. Also, the toothbrush has a 30-second timer in 4 chunks basically, so 2-minute total timer, and as 30 seconds passes it will stop for like a half a second to give you ideas that you need to change, and then to continue like that in 4 cycles. Okay, using a sound meter, let's test out the loudness of this. You see, I'm talking now and it jumps to like almost 70 or sometimes when I'm talking fairly loud. So let's turn this on the low mode. Okay, so we got this number basically. Again, maybe I put it too close or too quiet, too far, because there's certain distance at which they measure this sound. However, around 39 at the low mode. Let's switch to high mode. Oh, sorry. Okay, so 47 around. So in previous test I had 45, I think. However, so it's not far off from the specs. And again, this is extremely good number because the high-end Philips ones get around 65, the mid-range ones get 70, and the cheap-end ones, which are maybe in the same price range, the very first ones which you can get for around $30, they're over 70 decibels. So, and by the way, if you don't know what these numbers mean, so there's basically 20 decibel difference between this toothbrush and the high-end Oral-B or Philips ones, those which cost around $300. The cheaper ones, they're even louder. So what does 20 decibel difference means? So, for example, for every 10 decibel increase, basically the sound vibration increases 10 times. So, but what if the difference is 20 decibel? Then it actually it's 10 times 10 decibels. So I mean 10 times 10 basically, 10, and you get 100 times difference in overall vibration, sound pressure basically. If you had 30 decibel difference, for example, if you purchase the very cheap ones, that would mean even 10 times more. So this is 1000 times difference in sound pressure basically. So you can see this grows exponentially basically, and this absolutely huge difference in just 20 decibel. Overall, the toothbrush basically does everything it's claimed to do. A good battery life, obviously very quiet as well. Well, the numbers, I don't know, there's certain distances you need to measure them, so, but they're fairly accurate anyway, so that's very cool. And again, fairly good quality, and it only costs $20 or like that. You can't really purchase any toothbrush that will be decent quality at that price. Even if it's a very loud, you can't really purchase a toothbrush that will be at this quality with this long of battery life. So this is what you get if you get a toothbrush made by Xiaomi basically. Overall, if you are looking to purchase your first electric toothbrush, I really recommend to start with this one, because no one really online or in the ads tell you that the electric toothbrushes are so incredibly loud and have crazy vibrations, so you only really find out after you purchase it. Still, am I going to replace my regular toothbrush with this one? Nope, because this is even more quieter. Obviously there's no sound, because also this you still get some sound and some vibration, and pretty much every time you use this thing you feel like you are going to dentist office. You get that crazy vibration in your mouth, and your mouth starts tingle for some time after you use it. Again, if you know you actually like electric toothbrush but are just looking to get a very quiet one, this is the one to get one. Or if you think that they will clean better than the regular toothbrush, they won't. Even the more expensive ones that cost $300 and more, they don't really clean better than the regular toothbrush if you have a good method. I suggest to look up on YouTube on how to properly clean your teeth with a regular toothbrush. And if you have good method, the results will be pretty much identical. And the electric toothbrush are really pretty much marketing gimmicks basically, and you don't really need one. So don't get suckered in. But if you want to try one, I suggest to start with a cheap one like this one. And again, don't be put off that it only has 2 modes and doesn't have screens or can't be connected to your phone. They're basically all gimmicks. You just won't need to clean your teeth. They're I don't know why you need to spend such crazy amount for a toothbrush. If this was helpful, make sure to hit the like button. See you!